Just want to know something there. Still I fight the fight. Still I hold on. Odds are to stay strong.
It's rare for the world of athletics to pause and collectively hold its breath, but that's exactly what happened when shocking news emerged from Jamaica. The father of the greatest sprinter alive, Usain Bolt, has left us, prompting sports fans everywhere to reflect on what this loss means, not just for a family, but for an entire community. For years, Willie Bolt quietly stood behind the success of his son, watching from the stands as the world chanted Usain's name. Now, the story of this humble man unfolds in ways many people never imagined, revealing a legacy that shaped the fastest human on earth. Willie Bolt was born and raised in the close-knit community of Sherwood Content, Trelawney. Back then, no one could have guessed that this peaceful locale would become the backdrop for one of the most extraordinary careers in athletics. He worked at the coffee board for 16 years, dedicating himself to a life of honest labor. It was a simple existence in many respects, far from the glamour of international sports arenas, yet those who knew him always sensed something special, a quiet resilience and unwavering dedication that later mirrored his son's unbreakable spirit on the track. Despite being overshadowed by Usain's fame, Willie held a profound place in the sprinter's life. When others saw only a hyperactive child who couldn't keep still, Willie recognized a spark, an energy that, if nurtured, could propel his son to unimaginable heights. While many parents might have urged caution, he encouraged young Usain to run free, to explore his potential without hesitation. Some in the local community whispered that Willie was too lenient, but the results spoke for themselves. By the time Usain was a teenager, his talent for sprinting was impossible to ignore. In the years leading up to Usain's meteoric rise, Willie operated a small shop in Sherwood Content, greeting neighbors and visitors with his characteristic warmth. Nobody saw him as the father of a future icon. He was simply that friendly man behind the counter, proud of his children but never boastful. Even as the fame of the Bolt name soared, Willie maintained this grounded approach. It was a stark contrast to the swirling rumors and controversies that often arise around international superstars. Everything from speculations about Usain's finances to alleged family rifts would occasionally surface, yet Willie stayed calm. He rarely indulged these rumors, preferring instead to focus on supporting his family and preserving their privacy. That unwavering support became crystal clear whenever Usain burst onto the global stage. Media cameras would pan across packed stadiums in Beijing, London, or Rio, and there he was, Willie, standing with his wife Jennifer, looking on with subdued pride. While Jennifer sometimes showed more animated cheer, Willie was a steady, reassuring presence in the background. Many watchers were curious about what he might have been thinking. After all, he had witnessed firsthand the daily trials and triumphs leading up to these big moments. Some fans speculated that Willie carried secret concerns, especially given how intense the competition had become for his son. Yet if he harbored such worries, he kept them tucked away, projecting an aura of calm that seemed unshakable. As time went on, rumors surfaced that Willie's health had been deteriorating. Whispers in the local community suggested he was battling a lengthy illness, though the exact nature of it remained unclear. While some families use social media to update the public on a loved one's condition, the Bolt family is famously private. They never confirmed or denied details, leaving fans and onlookers to speculate quietly. People wondered if Willie's subdued appearances at recent track events were a sign of his struggle, or if he was simply getting older and preferring to watch from a distance. Then came the day that shattered the calm. Word spread that Willie Bolt had passed away, and immediate reactions flooded social platforms. Tributes poured in from fellow Jamaicans who remembered him as a friendly shop owner, from sports enthusiasts who'd caught glimpses of him in the stands, and from fans worldwide who realized that one of the pillars behind Usain's brilliance was gone. Though the family has remained measured in their public statements, The significance of this loss feels both profound and deeply personal. There was an outpouring of sympathy for Usain, whose persona is so intertwined with his roots, his upbringing, and the support of his parents. But that wasn't the whole story. Many who paid tribute also recounted snippets of Willie's life, his early discipline at the coffee board, his humble demeanor in Sherwood content, the stoic pride he displayed whenever Usain competed. These details served as a reminder that behind every world-class champion stands a network of ordinary people whose unseen sacrifices and unconditional love shaped the outcome. In Willie's case, even his silence spoke volumes. A man who didn't chase the spotlight, yet profoundly influenced one of the greatest athletic careers in history. With Willie's passing, conversations have turned to the next chapter in the Bolt legacy. Will this loss weigh heavily on Usain's future moves, whether in business, philanthropy, or even a potential coaching role? Will the star sprinter open up more about his father's influence, sharing stories that illuminate the full picture of this supportive, hardworking man? Fans hope so. The glimpses shared so far have only deepened the mystique surrounding Willie's calm presence, and many are eager to understand how his guidance shaped Usain's mind, heart, and legendary sprinting form. In the end, what's left is a poignant reminder of how greatness is rarely a solo achievement. Beneath the records, gold medals, and global adoration lies a bedrock formed by family, community, and steadfast encouragement. Willie Bolt may not have wielded the baton himself, but he carried a quiet torch that fueled Usain's unstoppable run. Now the world watches as the Bolt family processes this unimaginable loss, carrying forward a legacy that transcends trophies. While it marks the end of a personal era, it also paves the way for a deeper appreciation of the ties that bind them, and a legacy that remains as enduring as a champion's stride.